Hello and welcome to example 12, cam follower on hexagon atoms. First of all, you'll start with, let me just make sure that everything's sharing correctly. Share. Screen one. Okay. First, you'll start with starting a new model. Name the model cam underscore follower. And then make sure you have Earth normal gravity units in mmks or millimeters, kilograms, newtons, seconds, degrees. And then you can select where your working directory is. Then you can hit OK. Next is to set up the grid size. Click on the settings menu. Then on working grid, change the spacing in the text fields in X and Y to 10 millimeters. Then click OK. It should look like something like this, where it makes all the dots way closer together. Then you're going to create a closed body spline by under bodies, which will be actually under bodies construction. Then you're going to select new part, turn on the checkbox next to close, and create. Then click on 13 points in the table below. 2, 3, 6, 7. Once you've done that, you can hit this. Oh, not escape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Seems that there's a bit of an issue, but hopefully that'll get fixed in a minute. So scratch that. Make one thing to make sure you do. Undo this. Make sure that you'll have to make sure that the first and last points have the same coordinates. 11, 12, 13. Then you can right click, close. The warning of no mass is okay. That's normal. And then what you can do is part 2, curve, modify. Then you can open up the values here to the location table. There's a lot of values, so just follow along and type in the ones you see. I will make sure to put a overall table of what all the values should be in the resulting PDF that will be created. Another thing that you can also do is insert and delete rows. So if you accidentally click one too many times or not enough, this is how you would correct it. So I'm just going to take a minute here to type all of these in, and once I have them all entered, I will be back. So I've entered all the values on the location table. All the ones with blue, except for this one and the number 2Z, have been changed to match the correct values. You can pause the video right now just to enter all of these properly. And then once you're done, you can hit OK and then hit apply, and it should end up looking something like this. Once you've added all of this, the next is to create a revolute joint. And then OK. Just double checking to make sure all the values are correct here. Yep. So double checking all that, everything looks good. Then we're going to create a revolute joint. Done this many times before. Connectors, revolute. And then you're going to go to two bodies, one location. Left click on any spot in the blank area. Left click on your cam. And then right click, and you can type in the values 0, comma, negative 130, comma, 0. Hit apply, and it should pop up in the correct location. Close that, and then just to correct where this curve is, this should be marker. So if you have a situation where this isn't in the correct spot, what you can do is modify the marker location, and then it should be 0, 0, 0. Hit apply, and then it should move the cam into the correct location. So if you have a situation where the cam shows up the wrong, or it doesn't go to the correct spot, and where the top of the cam is on the origin, you can look at the reference marker, go to that marker in the part, and then change where it is centered, or where it's referencing its home location. Now that we have the cam, next thing to do is create the follower, and it's going to be very similar to the cam. It's just another open spline. This one is going to be 28 points. You don't necessarily need to start in the, or you don't need to do as many. As I said earlier, you can have a situation where you can start wherever you would like. Just remember to, we're going to need to go into the part, click on the curve, click modify, go to values, and then we're going to be doing the insert row. For some reason it's not working properly. There we go. Append. Append allows you to add more rows. And if you do it before the last one, then you can have it so the first and last one are still 0, and you just go through. So I will be back once I've entered all the values again. And that way you can look through the table and get all the values for that. Okay, so I've got all the values entered. I'll show you all right now, all of them right now. So this is all of the values. for the 28 P1s that are in here. Take a second to let you pause the video and do that one more time. Just scroll back up in case you missed any of them. Okay. And then also, if you have it land in the wrong one, it should be under part or the part that you just made, modify, and then change the location to wherever on this follower you need to put it. On mine is 000 since it's the bottom center and the interaction point is on the origin. Then you hit OK. And next up is going to be creating the box on top of it. So what you'll do is create box, add to part right here. Click on the open body spline in the working area, select the part to add to. So click on the spline and then click on the left end. And then you can create it like this, estimating how big you want it to be, modify, and then you can modify the coordinates here. So importantly, it should be about, let me do this. There should be a better way to do it. So if you end up not liking what you've done, just hit the back button a few times. So what I'm going to do is add to part, click on the part, click on the left side, and then what I'm going to do is right click to get the location event. And that way I can type in the other value of how the box, it's going to be the top right corner of it essentially, and it wants it to be exactly at 250, 180, 0. So type in 250, 180, 0, hit apply, and then it should look exactly like that, which is what they want it to look like in the steps or from the book. Next is to create a cylindrical joint. So we'll go back to connectors, and it will be the cylindrical joint here. Select the construction text to one location. Click on part 3, which is this one. Move your cursor in the positive Y direction, and then it should create a slider right here. You can go to connectors, joint, modify, or you can, for some reason it didn't want to create it at the origin where I wanted it. So I'm going to try undoing it, see if I can get it to go where I want it to. So let's try again. Right here. There we go. Perfect. Exactly where we want it to be. So that's what it should look like. Next is to create a curve on curve contact. This is done using the curve tool, which is in special. I'm going to click on it. Click on the cam part. Click on the curve, click on the follower. And that should be everything for that. Again. Click on the cam. Click on the curve. Yep. Add a rotational joint. So select the rotational joint motion. which is under motions, rotational joint, rotational, and then enter 360D. Click on left click on this revolute joint, and it should add it to it should add that motion to it. Then what will happen is we'll verify the function by right clicking on the eye. Click that. Everything should pop up good. You can hit close. Step 11 is to measure what we've created. Right click on the follower and choose measure. Part 3, so it should be part 3, measure. Window will pop up. Make sure that CM position from the characteristic is selected and select Y. Click apply. A graph should pop up. And then we'll do the same thing just for CM velocity. And CM acceleration, which will be right here. So we should have position, velocity, and acceleration. Then you'll click cancel on the part measure. Next up is to do the simulation, where we will click on the simulation toolbox, go to Run Interactive Simulation. In the end time, enter 1. Change steps to 0.01. Click on the play icon. Oh. I believe that's what the issue is. Sorry. When you do this, you'll have to change it from steps to step size, and then you can change it to 0.01. I missed that. And you can hit run, and the simulation should look like that. You'll get your 3 different graphs. And then from there, we'll go to transfer full plot, which we can do by clicking on any of these plot, transfer to full plot, and then we'll get something similar to example 5. And let me just make this full screen to make it a little easier. And then it's much like example 5, where you can go through and use the plots to find any data that you want to. And then you can add them, add curves, just as like clear plot, and then using the tool plot tracking, you can look and find specific values, slopes, this example. Thank you for watching.